from Frozen is actually a mirror. In case you didn't know, Frozen, like many Disney movies, is based on a fairy tale. The fairy tale in question is The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen. Hans Christoph Andersen? Oh my god! If you're thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't know that, I want to go read it right now. Don't. It's not really that interesting, and Frozen is way better and more entertaining, and doesn't exactly resemble the original fairy tale. Now, it should come as no surprise that Disney takes many creative liberties when it comes to bringing a fairy tale to life. But however much they change, they normally still keep the important plot devices. In the case of Frozen, though, they left out maybe the most important device to the fairy tale: a mirror. In the original story, a troll, creatively called the Devil, makes a mirror that reflects and magnifies the worst aspects of yourself when you look into it. He tries to bring the mirror to heaven to make fools of the angels, but the mirror falls to earth and shatters into millions of pieces, some as small as grains of sand. One such piece of glass gets in the eye of one of the main characters of the story, who begins to see the entire world in a terrible light, and solving this problem is the whole purpose of the story. Quick trip to the eye doctor probably would have solved everything, but of course it's a fairy tale, so it involves all sorts of magic and snowbees and stuff. Wouldn't it have been perfect if that was the hero of Frozen? Oh man, another eternal winner. Better call the eye doctor. Frozen leaving out the mirror is kind of like Cinderella leaving out the glass slipper, or Beauty and the Beast leaving out the rose, or Snow White leaving out, well, the mirror. They kind of leave out this important item that sort of puts the whole fairy tale in motion. Maybe instead of having a literal mirror, they turn the mirror into a character that features many different personalities that don't seem to match up. Now, do we remember any characters from Frozen that fit that build?
I'm so sorry. Are you hurt? She left me in charge. If only there was someone out there who loved you.
Hans literally acts like a mirror to everyone he comes in contact with. He never has any scenes by himself, and no matter who he's talking to, he always assumes their mannerisms, motivations, fears, and personality, and then reflects it back onto that character. This is why Hans comes across as so convincingly genuine, because he's reflecting genuine people, and it happens in every scene. Take when he meets Anna. Anna has just finished singing a song about meeting someone.
What if I meet the one?
And boom, she walks right into someone who is exactly herself in Prince form. They have a funny exchange, and both are a little bit awkward and nice, and they both seem to have just walked out of the same daydream about meeting someone. Anna leaves the scene looking dreamy-eyed, and Hans, if you remember from last week, why is he smiling? Is he smiling at the horse? Nope. He's mirroring Anna, because otherwise his dumb smile under the boat makes no sense. Here's the thing though, Anna remains awkward and silly and funny throughout the rest of the movie. Hans, on the other hand, morphs with each new person, but not before he sings a song with Anna that is just littered with mirror imagery. Just look at how symmetrical the shot is in each scene. Walking in the garden, on the balcony, in the hallway, on the clock tower, on the bridge where there is quite literally a reflection, and finally ending with two waterfalls on either side of them.
You and I were just meant to be.
Or he's just mirroring you. Even before the song starts, how does he relate to Anna but by telling her how he has been ignored by his siblings, mirroring exactly what he just witnessed Elsa do to her at the ball. Anna had just attempted to rekindle a deep and meaningful relationship with her sister. Hans is ready to offer her exactly that, an open door relationship. Exactly the opposite of the closed door that Anna has been facing for years.
Go away, Anna.
Okay, bye.
The first big shift in his personality that we see is right after Anna leaves him in charge of Arendelle when she goes in search of Elsa. At first, he acts like a mirror to Anna, being super helpful to the people and offering them warm blankets and hot glog.
There is soup and hot glog in the Great Hall.
I'm sorry, what is glog? Glog aside, the people are grateful to him and he is grateful back. Then the Duke steps in and is assertive and tries to take command. Hans reflects him, asserting himself as the leader and demonstrating his own authority.
She left me in charge, and I will not hesitate to protect Arendelle from treason.
Up at the Ice Palace, he later shifts again to mirror Elsa. While she is scared and afraid, he literally repeats back to her her own worst fear.
Don't be the monster they fear you are!
Then, when she's in chains, he does it again, saying aloud what she must actually be thinking.
If you would just stop the winter, bring back summer.
At this point, he seems gentle, like Elsa, and like he's actually trying to help. Like, do you see how he just keeps changing? It's not unusual for a character to evolve over the course of a movie, but he changes in every scene, right up until he's with Anna in the library and finally reveals his true self. And what makes this scene so interesting is that as he is revealing everything, we have this moment where he walks over to the window and what is looking back at him? Himself. The other really interesting plot device that's being used in this scene is as Hans is removing his gloves, a gesture that was mirrored earlier in the movie as Elsa removed her gloves, letting it go. Now, obviously Hans wasn't there to see Elsa do it, but I think as he's taking off his own gloves, he is also letting it go, which is to say, embracing his true self. I think we've made a pretty good argument for this theory, but in case you still think that we're reading just too much into it, the movie starts to get a little blatant about it, like when Hans is literally repeating words back to other characters.
Can I just say something crazy?
Can I say something crazy?
You're no match for Elsa.
No. You're no match for Elsa. If anything happens to her...
If anything happens to the princess...
It's almost like Hans has no emotions of his own. He seems to be empathetic, but he's really just mirroring the feelings of others. He's very unfeeling, or what's the word? Cold-hearted.
The only frozen heart around here is yours.
Oh my god. The opening song isn't a warning for Anna, it's a warning about Hans, about the guy who doesn't feel anything.
Beware the frozen
For my question of the day, is Hans the mirror from the fairy tale? Did we miss any reflections? Leave your thoughts in the towel section down below. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you'd like to see more Frozen action from us, you can click right here for Frozen Fast Facts, or right here